Hello guys, it's Callie. I wanted to do a quick video for all you guys in terms of how to hide your troops. So everyone is going to have a different number of troops that they can hide. And it really depends on what boosts you're using. But I would say theoretically, if you're in that 1.5 million mark or under, you should be able to hide all your troops. And this is incredibly helpful, not only if you're being kind of soloed, but I would say very helpful if you're being rallied and you're in fury. So you have no way to shield. And I would say if you're sitting at 1 million, 1.5 million troops, it feels hella good, but there is no way in hell I would ever recommend anyone taking a rally at that amount. And that is a question that I get a lot. I have, 1.5 million troops. Should I take a rally? Even with that 1 million reinforcement, don't bother, because if they're rallying you, they probably have some pretty kick-ass gear and you don't want to put yourself in that position. Number one, in terms of tips, is make sure you are using your army size boost. This is something that even players that have been playing for a really long time forget about. The army size boosts, and to be perfectly honest, I would use gems on the 50%. If you're being rallied, you want to save every single troop, so use that 50%. If you don't have gems, then the 20% is just as good, but you want to make sure you pop it. It's going to let you hide more troops. So the first thing is make sure that you're using your shelter. That is where I would keep my leader. So the very first step would be pop on your boost. Second, let's shelter. Shelter your leader and shelter as many troops as possible. The third thing that you can do is set up a fake or ghost rally. So you basically rally a random castle for 8 hours. So the troops that you are sending to that fake or ghost rally, I've seen it called both interchangeably within various guilds that I've been in, but those troops are going to basically walk for 8 hours. They are going to be safe. You don't need to worry about them. I would say just make sure that before those 8 hours are up that you go ahead and cancel. You would have to pick a random castle. Don't pick a castle that has a guild attached to it. That's usually a very bad idea. But you can see that in this specific case, if I don't send heroes, and this is something that's important to mention, go ahead and send your heroes to that fake rally, because it is going to improve the amount of troops that you can save. So you saw when I didn't have any heroes, it was 200,000 that I could save. And then depending on the hero mix, I could save more troops, right? Which is pretty cool. So you can see 200,000 there without heroes. With heroes, it'll vary. In this case, I can save almost 250,000, so 50,000 more troops. That's huge, guys. So you want to make sure you're sending heroes whenever you can, and you're going to notice that people fake rally all the time. It is not a big deal. Some guilds do have a no fake rally policy, while others, I have seen guilds that the entire guild fake rallies overnight to make sure that they're protecting their troops if they don't have the opportunity to use shields. Now, the next tip is making sure you're picking a resource tile that is very far away and sending, again, remember the heroes, send a couple of heroes and send your troops marching. What you want to do when you are being rallied and you're in this danger zone and you're hiding your troops is keep your troops moving. Keep that in your head. The point is not for your troops to sit somewhere else. The point is for your troops to move. As long as your troops are moving, they cannot be hit. Now, that is important because I will say, so many people out there go and send camps, and that is the worst thing. If there would be a big asterisk right now on the screen, it would be like, do not send camps ever. If you're being fake rallied, if you're being rallied, do not send camps. Because people can port in, do the port trick, right? They can port in, port out, and you automatically hit them. They can easily attack your camp and force you, and if they don't hit your camp, they'll force you to bring your camp back to your castle. So what you want to do is basically find a resource tile that is far away. This one is 34 minutes away. You can see that right there next to that funky boot. And you want to keep them walking. You want to send them on a long march. The point is keep them walking until your battle fury is off. The point is to keep them walking and then recall your troops to come back to the castle once your fury is done. So you want to make sure that those tiles are a good amount away from you. If you can find a tile that's an hour away, even better. This one is 34 minutes away because in this case, I am assuming that you are being rallied at that moment and you're being super careful and you're watching the clock. And as soon as you're able to shield, your fury is over, you would shield and then recall all your troops. The last trick, which is now pretty cool that somebody mentioned in one of my other videos, is you can also fake rally of darkness. So that is another way that you are able to hide your troops. It's not any better or any worse than some of the others. It might be easier, for example, than finding a research tower that's far away. You basically would do the very same thing. You would set up a rally for 8 hours. The troops that are going to be in that rally are therefore safe. Of course, you have to keep in mind the number of armies that you can send out. I have 6. I would say most people start off with 4 to 5. So you still have to stick to that kind of general grouping when you're sending your troops out. But this is another easy way. If you have a darkness right next to you, it's very simple to do that, as opposed to, looking at the map and trying to find a research tile that's far away. But all those techniques work. Just pick a few of them. I would also caution and please beg you guys that if you're in this danger zone and you're really active and you plan on attacking KVK and landing as an attacker somewhere, that you practice this. It's going to feel crappy to spend an army boost, but you want to make sure you're really specific and careful and understand how much you can hide. And that depends on the level of your heroes, on a variety of different factors. So you want to make sure you do a test run, especially after you boost and you're in this danger zone, so you're very, very clear on how many you can hold. And then if you can't hide everyone, but the rest of the troops that you cannot hide are covered by your hospitals, you would still be in pretty good shape. You just need to kind of think about healing those troops. Hope this was helpful. As usual, please leave comments below, questions, anything that you guys need. And thank you so much for watching.